What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal courts or at least wealthy burghers. But a man must accept his destiny as it comes.
How do you get on with Sir Hans?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's one of the few here who knows how to play chess. And I have a great respect for chess players. Needless to say, he has not managed to beat me yet. Godwin and Jiska can also play. And that devil in press clothing beat me. Merde.
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priests should not be such good swordsmen. That is what knights like me are for. In addition, he can play chess just as well as he wields a sword. And in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchmen. A man of talents. Or perhaps the devil is behind it.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles and knights. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge of people.
I can't get Catherine out of my head. I don't understand her. I'm sure you have more experience of love than me. What do you make of her? Why is she with us?
Ah, you're right. I am a connoisseur of love like I am of wine. But for my tastes, Mademoiselle Catherine is of somewhat aged vintage. Though, I have to admit she's full-bodied and fragrant.
That's not really what I meant. Why is a woman like her with us?
Là est la question. I had the feeling something terrible happened to her in the past.
So do I. But what?
I have no idea. But she is fond of you, if you ask me. Try asking her, and maybe something will come of it. L'amour.
Oh, come on.
I am a good judge of people, trust me. L'amour.
What do you think of Sir Hynek?
Ah, le diable sec. A capable chevalier. But I do not trust him. There is treachery in his eyes.
You think so?
My instinct rarely lets me down.
How do you get on with Janosch and Adder?
Oh, those two. Once in Kuttenberg, I also had a servant who pretended not to understand me and thought I did not understand him when he spoke German in my presence. But he was wrong. He is no longer my servant.
What do you think of Kubienka?
A good warrior. But he has no morals and no manners, like all mercenaries.
Well, I don't think he cares much about that.
And that is just the problem. How can you trust a man who does not want to be a knight?
Have you had the chance to meet my half-brother yet?
Samuel. It is strange that he joined your... our group. It is not usual for his, people. But he's certainly a good reinforcement.
About this merry band of ours. Tell me, how did the siege of Kuttenberg go?
Ah, mon ami, poorly, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense like a coward? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look hopeless at all. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not have been so difficult.
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away, and the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and handed over to Sigismund.
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy, against the English, here of course, and I will tell you about the others another time. In the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all, I am not getting any younger, so it is time to pass my wisdom on to future generations.
I'd like to learn.
It will take some time, and a few groschen, mon ami. Acquiring my art came at great cost, so I cannot pass it on for free. Especially now, when I have been injustly stripped of my possessions, and I must rely only on my sharp wits. Ainsi, Valdesta, what would you like to hear?
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some stories.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you will long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
Luckery and Cargouche. Sounds like a pair of jesters.
En aucun cas. Jacques le Gris and Jean de Carouge. These two great knights were in a legal dispute over an estate. But above all, when de Carouge was on a campaign, Le Gris fornicated with his wife. She claimed that he had raped her, while he said he had seduced him. And because everyone swore to their own truth on the Bible, the matter had to be settled by combat. First, they jousted. Then they fought on foot with sword and axe. Le Gris thought victory was in his grasp, but de Carouge suddenly pounced on him, wrested him to the ground, and beat him so terribly that he knocked off his helmet and cuirass. Even so, Le Gris refused to admit his guilt, and de Carouge drove a dagger through his neck. And if you promise not to tell, I will let you into a secret about that dagger.
Tell me the secret. I promise I'll keep it to myself.
Bien. As I say, de Carouge killed Le Gris with a dagger. And I found that dagger in the mud after the duel. A blessed blade, an instrument of divine justice. The dagger that ended the last trial by combat France ever witnessed. An item of great value. So, I had several copies made and sold them to rich French noblemen. That is how I first came into wealth. And I used the coin to buy the horse and armor I needed to set off in pursuit of glory in battle.
Ah, that was a good idea. I'd never have thought of that.
You still have a lot to learn, mon ami. But you're young, you have plenty of time. Just keep your mind and eyes open, like I did. It was one of the greatest things I ever saw, and I have seen a lot. Believe me, half of France came to watch, including the king himself, who then banned trial by combat in France forever. I later told the story to anyone who was interested. One of my listeners, a certain Froissart, wrote my icon down and became famous. I could have written it myself, of course, but I am happy to help others find success.
How did you save the King of France?
With Providence as my guide, mon ami, I came to the court from the field of battle to bring news of our victory, because, and remember this, the bearer of good news is always rewarded and cherished. But the king was in a bad mood and did not wish to be disturbed. Maybe I thought the news of our victory will dispel his ill humor.
How could you tell him if he didn't want to be disturbed?
Ha! I climbed up to his balcony and into his chambers to surprise him with the joyful tidings. And lo and behold, the king was writhing and gasping on the floor, overcome by one of his fits. Wasting not a moment, I dashed over to him and unblocked his throat, thus saving his life. In return, the king bestowed on me the title of Échanson, or cupbearer, and other generous gifts. And I then spent a while in his service at court. Unfortunately, though, even the king's favor does not last forever, and minor mistakes can come to overshadow good deeds.
What happened at court that led to you being out of favor?
Well, perhaps I shall tell you some other time. Would you not rather hear about the glorious duel between Le Gris and Carouge?
Tell me what happened at court that caused you to lose favor.
Ah, a major setback and a gross injustice, mon ami. It is an unhappy memory, because it was the first time that La Dame Chance abandoned me.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. We can all learn from our failures. And I bet even your failures make for great stories.
Oui, that is certainly true. Very well, then. I suffered a combination of misfortunes all at once. But bad luck in business and on a hunt were the worst of all.
What was the hunting incident?
We were out in the royal hunting grounds when I caught sight of a white stag. There had long been rumors about it, so imagine the prestige I would have gained by getting it. I set off after it, pierced its flank with arrows, and unleashed the hounds to finish it off. When I arrived, it turned out that my aunt had not killed a stag, but the horse of a lady, a court favorite of the queen's. I fell out of her favor, and all the doors became closed to me.
Ah, you were damned unlucky. But that could have happened to anyone, couldn't it?
Quite right. I'm glad you are sensible enough to agree with me. A misfortune like that, which could indeed happen to anyone, would make lesser men roll with laughter. But the other lords were afraid I would outshine them, so they were waiting for a chance to get rid of me. And that chance came along, unfortunately.
You were in business?
Of course. I come from Brabant province, home to the greatest entrepreneur of all. My birthplace gave me an unrivaled nose for corn and the reputation of a financial expert. I was nicknamed the Seer of Louvain, and also the End of Midas. That is, until I persuaded an important nobleman to invest a large sum in maritime trade with Africa. All the ships he bought sank in a tempest. He had to sell off part of his estates to pay off his creditors. Of course, he wrongly blamed me for everything and turned many influential courtiers against me. But my advice was sound. He was simply punished by God for fornicating with every wench from the Pyrenees to Brittany, bragging about it and thus bringing shame on his gentle wife. I told him as much, but some people never admit their mistakes and prefer to blame others.
A sea voyage from France to Africa? You must have known that was a massive risk.
A risk, perhaps. But think of the fortune to be made. A man must think big if he wants to achieve greatness, no?
Big ideas often lead to big trouble. Storms, pirates, sea monsters, uncharted waters. It was a disaster waiting to happen, Baron. You should have tried the Baltic trade route.
You are right. That would have been safer. But that is under Hanseatic control and there is too much competition. Africa, mon ami, that is the land of opportunity. The Arabs sell to the Portuguese via Ceuta, and they sell on to us. Just imagine selling further and trading directly with African kings, cutting out all of those middlemen. Remember this, because one day I will be proven right.
How did you end up here?
Leaving the court with a modest sum, I launched to visit faraway lands. I traveled a lot, spending time in various countries and having many great adventures. When I learned that l'Empereur Charles, that great friend of France, had built the magnificent city of Prague in Bohème, I had to see it.
So people in foreign countries speak highly of Prague?
Bien sûr! It was abroad that I heard of King Wencesla's silver city and its reputed vast wealth. I bought the abandoned Miskowitz estates and shares in the Kuttenberg mines. And for a time I settled here to provide for myself and wait for King Wenceslas, whom I wished to serve. But even here fate did not let me be. When Sigismund brought his army to the city, I appointed myself to lead its defense. For how better to make King Wenceslas aware of me than by saving his beloved city? Victory was assured, but the burghers had other ideas. The city was handed over to the enemy, and I with it, stripped of my possessions. I languished in captivity, until fate again stepped in by sending you to Malishov.
Sir Vaclin, I'm surprised how well you speak our language. Where did you learn it?
Where do you think? Here, of course. Ce n'était même pas difficile. Perhaps I have already mentioned that I am guided by Providence? She endowed me with many talents, mastery of language among them. I can communicate almost everywhere in a word, and learn every new tongue in a trice. I now speak French, German, Italian, Latin, Hungarian, and Czech. Some English, though that is only a necessary evil.
Tell me about Brabant province. Is it far from here?
Quite far. From Bohemia, you would go to Kuttenberg and then follow the river Main until it joins the Rhone. Then you sail down the Rhone until it reaches the sea. And there, between the river and La Flandre, you will find Brabant, with its wealthy cities. Anvers, Bruxelles, Louvain, and many others. But those three cities are the equal of Paris, Rome, or your Prague. Both the Dukes of Burgundy and the Imperial Princes would like to annex our land to theirs, because its flourishing trade has made it rich. But like everywhere else, you can only come into wealth by birth or by enterprise, which is how I did it.
Arezzo sounds interesting.
And so it was. That is where I earned my knighthood from the great Enguerrand de Concy himself, the commander of our Naples campaign. Enguerrand arranged his forces for battle, and I was put in charge of one of the cavalry units. Out of nowhere, the enemy appeared on our unprotected flank, and Enguerrand set me to hold them back so our main force could regroup. But I saw a gap in the enemy's main phalanx. I sounded the charge and sped forwards.
Wasn't that rather risky?
Un chevalier français fears nothing.
I reckon King Sigismund would think otherwise after Constantinople.
That was completely different. Alors, I caught them by surprise. I hacked my way to their standard and broke through all the way to the enemy's reserves. My attack sowed confusions in the enemy's ranks that encouraged the overlords who raced to join me, scattering everything in their path. And that is how we won the famous victory at Arezzo. Seeing that the force that was supposed to protect them had been routed. The city then surrendered to us. No doubt you had no inkling at Malishov what a knight you had the honor to meet. And of course my feats on the field of battle do not end there.
A bold maneuver.
Quite right. Courage is my middle name. Just as Monsieur Chapon says, Audantes Fortuna Juva. That day I was the bravest of them all and won the day.
So you disobeyed your commander and left your flank exposed? Your attack could have ended in a total fiasco. You were lucky the others came to your assistance and your entire force didn't collapse.
I hear envy speaking, but you are still wet behind the ears. So, I can forgive you. In short, I saw an opportunity and took it. Moments like that can decide entire wars.
What did your commander have to say?
He made me a knight and sent me to the royal court to inform the sovereign of our triumph.
I reckon he wanted to get you out of his hair.
Do not talk nonsense.
What other feats have you performed in battle?
Oh, many, mon ami. For one battle does not make a warrior. It would take a week to recount them all, so I will just tell you about my second greatest feat. On the Italian field, we faced John Hawkwood, a ruthless Englishman and a fearsome warrior. Surrounded, we were at his mercy. Night fell, and we knew he would attack at dawn, and that would be it. But just then, Providence put an idea in my mind.
Did you set some kind of trap?
You could say so. Unobserved, I mounted my horse and set off to find help. And, La Dame Chance was exceedingly kind to me that day. As I rode away, by chance, I stepped it off of our horses. Thinking we were trying to break through, Les Anglais went to head them off. But while the English were occupied with Mycenae, our units managed to flee. I saved many men from certain death that night, and many lords from the disgrace of capture. Needless to say, I was generously rewarded for my valor.
That is indeed incredible. But you were just trying to flee, weren't you?
I wanted to bring reinforcements, but as I say, I merely follow Providence, and she guides my steps, from triumph to triumph, wherever I go. Stick close to me, Henri, and Providence will favor you too.
Thanks for sharing your stories with me, Sir Backlin. Can we start the meeting? We don't have much time.
Aye, we're all waiting for you. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Raboche.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it
Guess
all
that
go
could have
down?
been worse.
It was a massacre. They shot at us from the ramparts, broke through the gate. We were on the back foot the whole time.
Yeah. But we also sent a lot of the bastards to hell. They
sure
thought
did.
they'd loot and torch the
He was
whole
tough.
place, but we scared them shitless.
He was
It's nice
good.
that you found my people's suffering so entertaining.
Yeah,
What
that's
I
not
want
cool.
to know now
Chill.
is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
The devil. We have to strike back. We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing. We shouldn't do anything.
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
Except that Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Hmm? Fuck all!
Mr. Negative.
Lads, Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive.
Tell him,
Bergov will
Hans.
have found
Me and
them
Hans are
quarters
usually
by
on
then.
the same
We
page.
have to get rid of von Bergov.
Yep.
It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
Tell him.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Him and Sir Hans are kind of matching.
Sir Hans here is right. It's starting to piss me off the way von Bergov's been stringing us along all this time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard. Are you all fucking daft? Von
What a
Berger
group.
is holed up in Malishal, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh,
I got
that's
in
true.
pretty easy.
To take a cost like that, we need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet.
We have
or
the
cannon.
There's no
passageway.
maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Bergov used at Nebakov.
Now why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your
fuck.
head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatowitz. She told me von Bergov has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec, and it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed, what then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
5.5.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh?
You know how much groschen I have, buddy?
Haven't got the coin.
That's enough. Von Berko has to die. Painfully. And above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not
Look at
enough
his eyes.
of you,
The devil.
this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight
Yeah,
for
see?
sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
That's all he cares about.
We can't take it. Your people will surely need every groschen you can get your hands on now.
Drop their courtesies, please. All I want is to get von Berkov at knife point.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute.
No, now you can
I know a
contribute.
few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Maleshov down stone by stone.
Company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something
a good
with that,
general.
couldn't we?
Not so fast.
I warmed
we don't
up to
have
him.
the cannon yet.
Then
So him
we'll
too.
fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry?
It's gonna be me, right?
You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague
Yep.
regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlitz, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
Okay.
Me again? Well, at least I'll see Catherine.
Well, now, has the youngster here fallen in love?
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the
Oh, will I?
meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berkov and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. They'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Okay. Alright, that's gonna be fun. This will give us a chance to kind of break out, and we can maybe pick up a couple side missions before we see Catherine. Because they'll all be doing stuff. Storyline it'll fit. They're busy too.
They all gone.
Of course, Sir Hans.
Hey,
Henry, my most faithful friend.
What do you want, Hans?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit too friendly for my liking. You need something, don't you?
Me? Never. But you do. You need to relax a bit. Let your hair down. So it occurred to me, you might like to go hunting with me.
Poaching, you mean?
Poaching's what commoners do, not me. Come on. We promised Zhishka we'd find some meat for the mercenaries, didn't we?
Fuck it.
That's a good idea, actually. Where should we go?
I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunyevitz, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Let's go then.
Fuck it.
Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
I don't know how much hunting we're gonna do, but let's go. Well, following didn't work there. Horse! We gotta take horse, bro. Buddy, you better watch your mouth, because I jump off this horse and kick people's ass who talk like that about my horse. You're lucky you fucking run this place, pal.
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Rattay. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
In your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
And how many adventures we still have ahead of us, eh?
I hope so.
It's been a
To
hell
be
of an
honest,
adventure.
conquering Malashov and capturing von Bergov, I hope Zizka has a foolproof plan.
Don't worry. It's nothing we can't handle.
And when we tell our story in some tavern, the lasses will be
Yeah, that's the
falling
main
at our
part.
feet.
That's the main part.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember
No.
how it turns out.
He's gonna
Jealous
get married,
husband
by the
nearly
way.
drowned you once.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off
What
butcher.
happens?
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
All right, we have arrived. I'm not a hunter. If you've watched any of these episodes, you know I never do the hunting. I feel bad. I don't like to kill any living creature. That's just me, man.
Wait, can you hear that?
Even in video
people in the camp.
games. Uh-oh. Now them we can kill. We can kill poachers. That's no problem.
Bloody hell. Soldiers. Sigismund's men, judging by the colours.
Take them out. Let's take them out.
Body. Over there, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. He must have stumbled across them. Those bastards will pay for this.
Let's get them. Let's get them, Sir Hans.
We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Rattay that time.
No, I'm ready.
We can handle this motley bunch.
For sure.
All right. Let's get them.
That's my boy.
Let's get them. Fuck it. I don't need to play around. What do you mean I can't switch outfits, bro? We're not in combat yet. That's bullshit. Whatever. I don't need to. Damn, we right after him. Are they running? Nah, they're not gonna let me. Damn, Hans.
Good. I'll be done with you in a... You won't get me.
Oh, fucker.
Think you're a match for me, peasant? Here's the last one.
Hans talking shit. Get him, Hans.
Dead.
Yeah, let up.
And it's done.
Pretty easy. Good shit, Hans. Good job, buddy.
And that's that.
You alright? A little bloody there. I took one or two.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right. Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Of course.
All right. You take care of the dough. I'll start digging a grave.
taking Malashov won't be easy. How do you plan to do it?
You'll find out in good time, don't worry. First, I had to talk it through with Dry Devil, though. With a bit of luck, we'll get inside the castle unobserved at night, and then we'll manage somehow.
What about that cannon you sent me for?
We'll keep that in reserve in case anything fucks up. And believe me, something always fucks up.
All right, General.
The camp might be pretty dangerous.
It's like a
Got any
U.S.
advice for
grant.
me?
Catherine's the one who knows about spying and that kind of thing. But it won't do us any harm if you make yourself useful there. I don't expect you'll just blurt out to them where they can find us, but loitering around the camp, peeking here and there, that's always suspicious, so watch it.
That money? Are you really going to give it to us just like that? Such a fortune.
What do you mean, give it to you? We earn this together, are we not?
No, you know what I meant. But I'm grateful to you, but your people lost everything. I'm sure you could do with every groschen you can get your hands on.
Henry, money is power, but not when it's locked up in a chest somewhere. You have to know when to spend it, and what on. And believe me, getting revenge on von Berkow is worth every last groschen.
Please show me that swordsmanship technique of yours.
I'd be glad to, my friend. But now isn't a good time. Remind me later.
Kurva! I'm wounded! Show your stuff! Oh! Take that! You're no match for us! Do it! Fuck it! You won't be able to take another one like that. Too slow!
Day? Did you get in a fight or what? There's blood all over you.
So I was in Eggman's camp.
Damn. I'm glad you're still alive. Was it bad there? What about Eggman?
You need not fear him any longer. He's taken care of. I brought you his hat, so you'll believe me.
Fuck's sake. That's Eggman's pilgrim hat.
He was a pilgrim.
Bollocks! He was a murderer, but that band of his caught a pilgrim. They forced him to walk around the camp until he collapsed from exhaustion. Just like that. For entertainment. Can you believe it? Then Eggman stole his hat.
Damn. Well, now it's yours.
Thanks. I'll wear it in honor of that poor, tormented fellow.
Now about holding a mass for that pilgrim. If he suffered so much on this earth, you could help him on his way to God, right?
That's a very good idea. Thanks, friend. Here's your reward. You deserved it. And may God be with you.
We have an excellent chicken and wine sauce.
Lord be with you.
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
How do you know I've been down in the mines?
You can find brothers and sisters of the guild even in places where you'd least expect them. Like in a mine.
Why don't you send one of them then?
They're simple miners. You've been in the war. You can work independently, and you're reliable.
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out. And I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors, and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy. But we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
Well, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. I can't guarantee there won't be some bloodshed.
Henry, you know we're not like that. Please try to avoid it. As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier.
Hey, Henry, a word.
Well, I reckon you've got a better offer for me again.
You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case anyone's listening.
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Chenyek is... well... you know.
A good leader?
Yeah, right. Chenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good. Always babbling about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this and that's not appropriate.
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers and thieves. It's about a greater purpose.
Bullshit! Chenyek's the only one that cares about noble causes. The rest of us are here because we'd die on our own. Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Chenyek is dragging us down.
I don't like where you're going with this. You better stop before it's too late.
Easy now, friend. I was just kidding. You didn't really think I meant it, did you? Let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened, eh?
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
Farewell, sir.
And what can I get for you? Today's a scorcher.
Chenyek, I've got something important to tell you. And it's not good.
The innkeep's got into the wine again? You've got to be kidding.
This is serious. It's about Knuckles.
Oh, what did he come up with this time?
He wants you dead. He even asked if I'd be the one to do it.
And? Will you?
Of course not.
I'm glad that you told me, and that you didn't actually consider doing it.
What are you gonna do?
Me and the fellas will go and have a serious talk with Knuckles, then show him the way out of the city. I'm not a traitor like he is, so I'll let him leave on his own.
Verdammt, hochnäsig. Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
Greetings, Eldris. Sure you remember me?
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was würden Sie brauchen?
A barrel of black powder.
My. Might I know wofür you need it?
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das, no. I would be happy to oblige the king if I could, but even my supply is not infinite. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last shipment went to the royal encampment near the city.
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohunovitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help.
You know what they say about hindsight? Now we just need to figure out what to do about it.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. One whole barrel, to be exact.
Oh, God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. They sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right, then, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed.
What have you found, boy?
His lamp dripped oil on his clays and it went up like kindling. On top of that, the poor bugger...
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the mine. Then we'll carry the barrel inside, and bang!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone wants to put it out.
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into the mine will be my job, won't it?
Exactly. Chenyek said you've come across it before, so you know what kind of damage it can cause. But don't worry, we'll mark the exact spot for you. But I'll tell you about that later.
I'll wait until the evening here with you.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a cup of wine. It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
What'll happen if I don't make it in time?
You'll save on a coffin and a gravedigger. You've just got to make it.
All right. Well, wish me luck. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move. With me! Move it! They won't be putting out the fire forever. Hurry inside! I'll keep a lookout.
Where now? I've definitely been this way already. Down there. I hope I'm not lost. Down there. I hope I'm not lost. There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the... Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on. It'll blow any moment now. Dele, I'm running out of time.
Damn, that was some bang. You got all your limbs?
My ears are ringing like hell. But I'm alright otherwise, I think.
You were real fucking lucky to make it out in time. I'd say you cut it damn close. Good thing I was there and dragged you back to camp.
You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you.
You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the hole. Now what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat. Ain't it too late? It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me? Surrender? Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you could say amen.
Kurva! Are you out of your mind?
Try me.
To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
My God, Henry. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
My friend, you have no idea how glad I am to see you. Have a seat over here. Let's drink to our success. It's on me.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. If it wasn't for you, I'd never have discovered that snake that's been hiding in our guild for so long. I'm sure Knuckles would have tried to tilt the whole operation in his favor.
What happened to him?
Our brothers and sisters took care of him. The guild has been cleansed, and all thanks to you.
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstances that make them evil. We can judge actions, but not merits. But enough philosophical disputations. To your health, and to the Guild of Kuttenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once more under the banner of unity. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
What'll happen with the guild now?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks, until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to wait before we do anything bigger again.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for every one of the guildsmen.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that. And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to worry about.
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God among the farmers there.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests! What good ever came from them? I want to spread the true word of God. Just as our Lord did, before the Pharisees had him crucified.
Thank you, Chenyak, but I have to get going.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have to lay low for a while.
Of course. Keep your heads down. But my task isn't over yet.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable of great things.
Alright, so that was a pretty cool mission, the Spark. Chenyak and the guild. I like the guild. I did not like Knuckles. You guys remember. Sorry. I did not like him from the damn beginning. From the first time we met him. He's been a sellout. He's a bum. He looks like a fucking loser. And he's over here talking about this guy. This guy's a little off his rocker, but he has great ideals. You know, he has character. He means well. And he's a pretty good leader. Knuckles? Are you kidding me? So I was very happy we did that.